Oh, never. I wonder if he was there, not the gym.
Yeah.
Oh.
So 14 days isolation, yeah. So she's in the bedroom. And we're all in separate rooms. I know. Never mind.
My God. Oh.
First time of us all being together since lockdown. The first one. We all kept apart.
Never.
Yeah, first weekend together and then she tested positive.
Oh my God.
Work. That is what it is, isn't it?
Oh, it is, isn't it?
So we'll make sure we got hips. I've also got some new leg conditioning drills. Try it as well to let you build strength in your hamstring. Okay, so we'll give that a go. So we start off nice and easy. Start on one side of the square, and the idea is imagine there's quite a high rope or fence. So just lift your leg over, bring it over here. Step over, step back. Okay, just going to do that 10 times back. Ready. 5, 6, 7, keep going. 8, oh, 2 seconds in, I realize what I'm missing. 9, 8. Sorry, Selena.
I'll say.
What I'm missing is a microphone. Sorry, my fault. It's being too casual today. Right, this should be better now when I plug this microphone in. The microphone's right by me now. Okay, so the next exercise now. So have your hands on your hips and just push your hips out and rock side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now from here you can have your legs as wide as you like. You're going to cross your arms and just fold forward. If you want to put a slight bend in your legs, you can. And then just rock side to side. Good. Come up. Right. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have one leg forward, one leg here, and your legs are going to be straight. If I show you first so you can see the arms. My arms are up here, and as I bend my legs, I twist and then come up. Okay, so you're just going to do 10 of them. Don't let your knee touch the floor. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 10th one, we're going to stay down there and start the pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Come up, going over the other way. Again, boom, joining. Ah, Richard, you're joining online. Hands up, and then twist to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on the last one, pulse to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Okay. Now, from here, take your legs wide again. And we're going to try and sit our hips as low as we can on the one side. So you might start up high here, but we're going to do this 20 times so you can get really low. So first time, nice and gentle. First time, nice and gentle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the second 10, keep on the floor, but really try and sit your weight all the way down. 1, so a little bit slower on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, from here, turn the toes out, and we're going to do the plie squats like we normally do, but at the bottom 10, instead of just holding there, we're going to pulse. Okay, so plie squat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And instead of just holding it down, let's start the pulse. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now this exercise, if it causes you knees problems, obviously don't do it. What we're going to do from here is we're going to be down into a squat, and I'm going to turn one knee over and then bring it back. One knee over, so it goes off the ball of my foot, and then back up. I'm just going to turn the hips in. Okay? Ready? 1 and up. 2, 3, up. 4. Now, if you can do it without touching your knee to the floor, you can engage the hip even more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then last one we're going to do here, we're going to do the yoga squat. So feet just wider than hips, and sit down as low as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beth and Richard, just bring your legs in slightly narrower, that's it. 5, 6. So feel your lower back working as well. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now from here, you're going to grab hold of your opposite ankle. Then sweep your arm up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Walk on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now you can do this with a pray, or you can do it knuckles together. But using your pray or your knuckles, push your knees out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now just stand up a second and go back to the position, but this is one where yoga blocks would be great. If you haven't got blocks, that's fine. But here's a good exercise. Back into your yoga squat. And literally, all you're going to do is rock your head forward onto the yoga block. So if that's too easy for you, you can make it lower. So you're just going to rock forward onto the yoga block. I think here is about the right distance for me. Just going to rock forward My head to the floor, come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. So there's a warm up. Hips are nice and warm. Go into the yoga now. Keep your blocks close because they're going to be very useful for this next exercise. So what I would do is, if you've got 2 yoga blocks, have them by either foot to help out when we get there. Okay. So the main ones for me that really help to strengthen my hip and stabilize it are the balances. Okay. You don't want to go straight into the balances. Okay. You want to warm up to the balances. So we're not going to do any vinyasas today. We're just going to go into the poses. So the first pose we're going to do is warrior 2. We're going to go from straight leg into that warrior 2 and just feel your leg coming to 90 degrees. You might even feel your legs coming further apart, but make sure they're in line with each other. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave it, man. Fold forward over your leg. And I'm going to show you 3 different versions of this. This is called extended side angle. There's one where your hand is on your leg. This is like level 1. There's also one where you bring your hand down in front of you. Okay. The main thing is you need to keep your shoulder back. Your shoulders tipping forward like this. You're going to keep it back and make the yoga block higher. There's another version that's a little bit more intense with the yoga blocks on the outside of your leg, and that is even more intense. Now use your core strength to come up and reverse warrior. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to straighten the leg and bend into it, and as you're doing that, your legs, your fingertips go further down the back leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And straighten the legs and fold forward for triangle. And again, 3 levels. Either on your leg, on the floor or block on the inside, or on the block or floor on the outside. And we're just going to take about 5 breaths here. Breathe into the leg. And put the hand on the hip, bend the front knee, walk the block forward a foot, and come up onto one leg. Now, if this is really difficult for you, stay there. A way of building up the strength in the hip now is to pulse the leg very gently up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Come back. And let's go to the other side. So again, start with warrior 2, just bending into the leg and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now extended side angle. Level 1. Feel sensation here. So for you to stay there. Bring the block down any height is good for you. In front. This is more extreme, and the most extreme one for me is to put the hand behind the leg. Keep that. Again, just 5 breaths. And use your core to come up. Tip the front hand, reverse warrior. And again, straighten the leg, bend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up to warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Sit forward into triangle pose. Foot on the floor.
Oh my God.
Top hand on your hip. Bend the front knee. Walk the back leg in. Take the block. Foot forward. Up onto one leg and feel free to stay here. Your hips on fire here. Stay there. If you're okay with it, start to pulse the leg up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And come back to warrior 2. Now, when I first started yoga, that was difficult, but the twisted set that we're going to do now, that was really, really difficult for me. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to tip back this way. And what I would do is I would put the block on the highest setting. And from here now, we're just going to twist. So this is much like the warm-up we did earlier. We're going to turn the back heel over and reach forward as we come down. So I'm just going to do 10 of those. This is very similar to what we did earlier. 1. Now we're going deeper. 2, and the back leg is straight. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now put your hand on the block or the floor. This isn't strictly a yoga. The first bit is, but not the second bit. What you're going to do is you're going to twist that bent leg, keeping your palm flat on the floor, and we're trying to straighten the leg and then bend into it again. Okay? Don't worry if the leg straightens or not. That's not what's important. The important thing is you keep your arm up and keep looking at that top arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, this is one we don't do very often. I'm not going to do pulses on. We're going to reach forward, bend the front knee, turn the front hand up, and do twisted reverse warrior. So grab your back leg. This might be a balance issue for some of you. You just twist your and feel. I always feel my outer hip working. Come up, reach forward. Then we're just going to take the elbow to the outside and put our palms together. And from here, we're just going to tap the knee and lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do a twisted triangle now. Reach forward, hand down, and send the block closer to the foot, and then twist. Try and turn from your chest, not from your neck. And when you feel okay with this, put your top hand on your hip, and then foot forward. I would make sure it's on the highest setting. And come up onto one leg. Most of you, this will be as intense as it needs to be. Start to twist to the back and rotate your arm. That's great. Don't need to pulse here, but actually you could start to pulse your leg. I'm not at that level yet, so I'm not going to expect you guys to be either. Okay, come up. And three sides. Definitely getting super warm doing this, okay? Okay, I'll count quicker. Sorry, it's the way my brain works. I'm always like, what's the next thing? So I'll count slower while my brain thinks of it. Okay, so twist it now. So I want the back foot. I count quicker for arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you could go to your own count and just wait for me to finish. You just have a little breather. If you want to go faster, I'm totally fine with that. Especially if you I'll turn my back to. And then put your hand to the floor. And your back hand up. And straighten your leg and bend it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come up. Take the front hand. Twisted reverse warrior. Now take the arm up forward. Take the elbow to the outside of the front knee and tap your knee to the floor 10 times if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, come up. And just reach now for that twisted triangle. Forward, forward, forward. Hand on the block. Either put your hand on your hip or take your arm up. Right breaths. And feel free to stay or bend your knee. Bring your back leg in. Walk the block a foot forward. And come up onto one leg. And for most of you, just here will be no sensation. But if you can, look up, twist to that upper hand. Okay, and we're done with yoga. So sit down on the floor. Now, this hip routine, I've done it a couple of times, but every time I come back to it, I think of like a new addition to it. Okay, so it's one of these things where you might have your own way of doing it, but this is one that I've been doing for a while now. Throughout the lockdown, so people doing stretching classes for I've done this many times. We're just going to add some variations to it. Okay, so start the windscreen wiper your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to show you 2 options. Take one knee out in this 90-90. You can either do the 90-90 or you can do the full pigeon. Okay? I'm going to show the 90. Let's go. I'm going to show the 90-90 on one side and the pigeon on the other side, just to show you 2 versions. Okay? So take your arms to the side of your front leg, and we'll just do 10 push-ups over it. Okay? And you're trying to bend your arms a little bit more each time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we come up to the P&F portion of the stretching. I want you to push your knee through the ground for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now relax. And now put your arms or your 2 hands on top of your knee and try and pick your knee off the floor while pushing against it. 1, 2, 3, 4, Now, the theory goes that your hip is fatigued a bit now, so it's willing to let you put your arms forward. Don't fight this at all. Go to your level, but I'm just showing further levels, okay? And again, we're going to push the knee down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with one hand or two hands, I like to use a forearm to try and lift the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now put your forearms down on the floor. Or if you can't quite make the floor, you put your forearms down on blocks. And again, we're going to push down for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up for 5. 1, 2, 5. Now resting your head on a block or your hands. And push into the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lift for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then last level, get your head all the way down to the floor. This is where I'm going to transition into a pigeon. And push into the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then pick up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now if you were in the pigeon, bend your knee back to the 90-90. And we're just going to twist back to that leg. So push on this leg and just twist to the back room for 3 breaths. Now face this way, but you're going to lift your back foot here like a tail at 10 times. Really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the legs really out. It's the last bit. You've got your legs here. This leg here, the knee must stay on the floor. The other leg's going to try and twist all the way out. Okay? Great. So hands behind you. Keep your hips on the floor. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go the other way. This time, stay in the 90-90. This time, I'm going to demonstrate it in the full pigeon. Do the same thing, same exercise, either in the 90-90 or full pigeon. And feel free to put something under your hip as well to make it easier. Okay? So the 10 push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now push that knee into the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then put your hands on your leg. Try and lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk your hands forward. Now, when I'm in my pigeon stretch, what I like to do is to curl my toes and lift that back knee as I'm pushing my leg into the floor to put more weight on that leg. So this is an option for you now, okay? So push down, 1, 2, 4, 5, and then lift up, 1, 2, 5. Down with your forearms, and lift. Oh, sorry, push into the ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then lift up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest your head on your hands or block, and push into the ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then raise up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then last one, head to the floor if you can, arms out all the way, push to the ground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then push up against your hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bend your leg back to the 90-90 for this last portion. Just twist to the back of the room for 3 breaths. And then face to your front leg again and lift that back leg like a tail. 1, 2, 3. You might get a cramp in your hip. 4. This is normal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Put your hands behind you. Keep this knee to the floor And then raise the other knee up and turn it up as much as you can. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wicked. Okay, so I've got a leg conditioning drill now. If you've got slidey floors at home, you can use socks or something. We might need to use you've got old plates for this one. There we go. Just enough. Good thing I just more last night. I didn't have the plates for everyone. So you also need a wall, okay? So those of you at home, you might want to put your feet underneath a sofa or something that's going to hold your weight, okay? So I'm going to set the timer for this one. So basically, if I can explain, I've got my feet pressed against the wall. So if you ladies want to find, we'll use the plates in a bit. There's 2 different exercises, but so leave the plate there. Basically, what you're going to experience now is this is what I'm trying to describe to people as loading mobility. When you do weight training, you usually do sets of 3. So just in the PNF, we did a set of 5, but this is a set of 3. So basically, my feet are pushed against the wall, or your toes are stuck under your sofa, whichever is available to you. Okay. I'm just going to set a timer for 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be, no, it's not important. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to push your feet against the wall, and then you're going to tip forward as far as you can without falling, and your hamstrings will start to hurt a lot, okay? So just be prepared for what this feels like, okay? And if it's too much for you, just back up, okay? And have your hands forward maybe so you don't fall, okay? We're going to go 3, 2, 1, and just lean forward until you feel your hamstrings engaged. And push those toes against the wall, and hold. 30 seconds is a long time when you hold this position. And your lower back should be working as well. Ten seconds. I know, it's a killer.
That was it.
No, sorry. Sorry, I didn't come quick enough. I'm sorry, Anne. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Yes, it's definitely experience. So now you're going to grab your plate or your socks or whatever you've got that's slidey underneath your feet. And we did these in a class a while back. I haven't done it for a while. These are really extreme on your heels. So it works like this. I'll show you first. So what happens is I'm in this sort of bridge pose and I take my legs out slowly for about 3 seconds. Then I explode, boom, and bring my legs back. This first set, we're only going to do 6, okay? So, you know, try and find out how 6 is for you, okay? So try it again, and again, modify it as you need to, okay? So lift your hips up, take your legs out straight as you can, and then together. 1. And then slowly, slowly out for about 3 seconds, and then pull them in, 2. Slowly, slowly out, and in, 3. Pardon my thought. Slowly, slowly out. 4. It's easier with socks on. Slowly, slowly out. 5. Last one, slowly, slowly out. And 6. Oh, that was tough. Okay, so what happens normally is when people do stretching is they go, right, I've done that once, I'm never doing it again. The thing about the loaded mobility, where it's more like weight training, is now we have to do 2 more sets, okay? So you know how bad that was, so we need to do it again. Okay, so feet back against the wall.
In the calves.
What's that?
In the calves.
That's good, as long as you're feeling it somewhere. That's great. 3, 2, 1, and go. Probably you're engaging your calves in a way that they're not used to working. It might be different if you put your feet underneath something, like a sofa.
Yeah.
Feel it in your core, you feel it in your back, feel it everywhere. 10 seconds. And rest. Okay. Right. So second set of these now. Okay. So. And going out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and in. 1. 1, 2, 3. In. 2. And 1, 2. In. And 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. And out. 1, 2, 3. 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and 6. Right, last round. And there your hamstrings about a huge burn. But again, at the end of the class, we'll do some hamstring recovery. Okay. Against the wall.
Yeah, some of it's a little bit still. Yeah.
Okay. So
Too cold mats are dry to pick it up.
tip forward and go. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very last set now. Okay. So, pick it up for 6. Good. Lift up. And 1. And take it out. And 2. Out. 3. Take it out. 4. Take it out. 5. Last one. 6. Work on this. That was not easy. Okay. I'm telling you, the best bit of exercise equipment you can get. So to finish off with, because we just give the hamstrings a killing, we need to sort of give them TLC. Usually we give our hips TLC, but the hips would become a lot more. Let's do some hamstrings now, okay? So all you're going to do is lie back and grab your leg. And don't worry if you fully straighten your leg or not, but it's just going to go from, when your leg is bent, point the toes. As you bring your leg up, curl the toes. So point the toes, let them bend, curl the toes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Seems right? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, we're going to do a very similar thing in that we're going to bend both legs now and try and hug into your legs. Now, this is a back stretch. We're going to do the same thing now where you try and straighten both legs and then bend them. So this has got a bit of a rock to it, okay? So as you straighten our legs, we're kind of coming over into cloud. As we bend them, we're rolling up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're on our back. Might as well do the hip TLC just to finish off the practice. Cross over your leg and reach between your legs and bring up your shin. Release the one hand, it's the same size as the top leg, and push the knee away from you. Now drop the foot onto the floor, take your hands out, either a T or a cactus, either's fine, and then let the top foot, sole of the foot drop over to the side and look over the other shoulder. Change legs. Reach through the middle. Breathe. Push the top foot away. Drop the bottom foot. Put your arms up into the T or cactus. And let the top foot drop over to the side. And switch to the other arm. Okay, now we worked really hard tonight, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a proper Shavasana. So Shavasana means corpse pose. So take your feet out, just widen your hips, keep your arms out, so there's plenty of space between your arms and your chest, and your legs and your arms. And just breathe, but breathing away, play. You're not thinking about it too much, you're not forcing it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a method where we breathe in, hold, and then breathe out. We'll go from 1 second to 8 seconds, okay? So breathing in for 1, hold in for 1, breathe out for 1. 2, breathe in for 2, hold, and exhale. And 3, hold, and out. 4, hold, and out. And 5, hold, and out for 5. And 6, hold, and out. 7, hold, and out. Last one for 8 if you can. And hold. And out. So just breathe normally. Slowly bend your legs. Roll over onto your right hand side. And then slowly sit up. Here we go, guys. That's it. Well done. Awesome, guys. We actually had more people online than here in the dojo, which is what it's all about. So thank you for joining in virtually. And thanks to the people.
Thank you, Sarah.
No worries. Take care, guys.